many of you went from being king of the hill in middle school to the bottom of the totem pole in high school? I'm sure many of you were a bit overwhelmed entering high school for the first time. The feeling of anticipation, along with anxiety, it can really get the best of us. I'm among those of you that dreaded going to high school for the first time, because that meant I was going to be thrown into an unfamiliar environment and have to work my way back up to the top. Parents, educators, administrators, and counselors can use a variety of tools to make the transition from middle school to high school easier for their team. Unsuccessful high school transitions contribute to high dropout rates, low on-time graduation rates, and low achievement in our American high schools. We will identify some strategies that will ensure all students make it through this difficult or important milestone in their life. They are a supportive environment, social support, and parent involvement. Let's start with how can we create a supportive environment. We can do that by assigning a graduation coach for those students who are at risk for dropping out. We can also provide students with strategies for learning on their own. Counselors can meet with 8th graders periodically to share information about high school coursework, as well as the high school's expectation, the facility, the curriculum, and the discipline of the high school. We can provide students with a more challenging curriculum to prepare them for high school work. Now that we've talked about providing or creating a supportive environment, let's discuss the activities that provide social support. That they would be an effective transition program. These programs would include ensuring the collaboration between 8th and 9th grade building personnel, and an effort to create the "we are one" mentality or philosophy. Many middle schools and high schools collaborate on a regular basis and consider themselves one school because they know that it is overwhelming for 8th graders to transition into the 9th grade. We can also provide targeted early intervention to support academic recovery for those students who are failing. We can make available to students as well as parents pertinent information on a consistent basis about the academic, social, and organizational differences and similarities between the middle school and the high school. Then we can have the student visit a high school. Go and shadow another student, a high school student. You can also attend as many high school presentations just to get comfortable with the environment. Lastly, and most importantly, parent involvement can have a huge impact on that transition from middle school to high school. Parents should take the time at dinner to talk to their teen and encourage them to create positive relationships with older high school students. We can encourage them to get involved in school activities and participate with them. Parents can also monitor their teens' schoolwork. Look at their grades. Notice a trend when their grades are not doing so well and take action. They can also monitor their peer networks. Who are they socializing with? Who are they connected to? And you can also remain in constant contact with the school. In conclusion, many students experience anxiety when entering high school for the first time, which is completely normal. But research shows us that as a result, 9th graders often experience a decrease in academic achievement and an increase in problem behavior. High school success really does depend on staying on track, effective time management, and social skills. These social skills will also give them the know-how to have positive behavior in their classrooms. Parents, counselors, educators and administrators can achieve this success by collaborating and providing transition programs that are effective, supportive environments, and constant parent involvement. Here are a few stats. Students in the ninth grade comprise the highest percentage of the overall high school population. This is because students are in disproportionate numbers. They're failing, and they're failing to go or be promoted to the 10th grade. Many students are held back in the ninth grade, and it's creating what we know as a ninth grade bulge. And then they drop out by the 10th grade, which creates the 10th grade dip. In schools where there are effective transition programs and they are fully operational, researchers saw that the dropout rate was at 8%. They also saw that in schools where there was no transitional program, the dropout rate was 24%. This is pretty alarming. There's 4.19 million students enrolled in the ninth grade in the 2003-2004 school year. And in the 2004-2005 school year, enrollment showed that there was about 3.75 million for 10th graders. That's a loss of about 10.5%. So again, parents, counselors, and educators, as well as administrators, can collaborate, come together, provide effective transition programs, create a supportive environment, and parents can have constant contact with the school. This will ensure a seamless transition from 8th grade to 9th grade.